Hi everyone, I'm Z from Susan's family. Today, I'll show you the Tang-style coat. From the Chinese Aesthetics series, you can search this electronic tutorial on the website en001.com. This coat consists of the back piece, the left and right front pieces, the sleeve pieces, the lace trim, the chest motifs and the Chinese frogs. First, complete the crochet and joining of the back and front pieces and the sleeves. Then crochet the lace trim and sew it on. Finally, crochet the chest motifs and Chinese frogs and sew them onto the coat. Start by crocheting the back piece, which is divided into 3 sections. Section 1, Section 2, Section 3. Section 1 begins with the foundation chain. After that, crochet in rows upwards following the chart. Note, we treat the front texture of the double crochets as the front of the coat. After completing row 33, fasten off the yarn. In row 34, take the new yarn and chain 12. After chaining, pick the last single crochet of row 33. Work a double crochet. Then continue following the chart. Complete this row. At the end, also crochet 12 chains. After finishing, continue following the chart to complete section 2. For section 3, you need to decrease at the arm chain spaces on both sides. Create the sloping shoulder in the last 2 rows. It is necessary to shape the neckline in the middle. For row 1 of the decrease at the arm chain space for section 3, we'll use DC cluster. Demonstrate using this sample. There are 2 cases. Start by demonstrating the first one. Work an incomplete half double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, pull the yarn through. This is the incomplete half double crochet. Next, in the adjacent chain space, work an incomplete double crochet, yarn over once, insert the hook, pull the yarn through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops. This is the incomplete double crochet. Next, yarn over, pull through all loops once. This is the first case of the DC cluster. Refer to the chart and crochet the middle part. After completing it, I'll continue to demonstrate the second case. First, work an incomplete double crochet. Then, in the adjacent chain space, work an incomplete half double crochet. Next, yarn over, pull through all loops once. That covers both cases of the DC cluster. Proceed to finish this row. After finishing the back piece, continue crocheting the left and right front pieces. Both front pieces are also divided into 3 sections. The outer sides and the sloping shoulders are identical to the corresponding sides of the back piece. As for the front band, crochet normally at first. After completing the corresponding rows, carry out the neckline decreases. For row 1 on the left front piece, a special cluster is used. 2 DCT-RPQ. First, work an incomplete double crochet in each of these 2 chain spaces. Then, in the adjacent space on the left, work an incomplete treble crochet, yarn over twice. Insert the hook. Pull the yarn through. Yarn over. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. Continue to yarn over. Draw through the first 2 loops on the hook. The incomplete treble crochet is now complete. Yarn over again. Pull through all loops once. That's the 2DCT RPQ. Let's crochet the DC4 tog. This stitch is located on row 3 of the neckline on the left front piece. First, work 2 incomplete double crochets in the chain space. Then, in the left single crochet and the left chain space, work 1 incomplete double crochet in each. Yarn over. Pull through all loops once. That's the DC4 tog. After completing both front pieces, join the sides of the section 2. As well as the shoulders of the front and back pieces, by working single crochets evenly. The method of joining can also be based on preference. After joining the front and back pieces, continue by crocheting the sleeve pieces, which consist of the sleeve body, the sleeve cap, and the cuff. First, complete the sleeve body and the sleeve cap. Then, pick stitches along the foundation chain, and crochet the cuff. In row 1, crochet a single crochet into each stitch. When you come across a chain space, you can also work a single crochet into it. Ensure that the number of stitches matches the number of foundation chains once completed. You'll encounter 2 types of crossing stitches in the cuff. Start with the first type, 3 half double crochets crossing with 1 treble crochet. Start by making 2 chains as beginning chain. Then, work the first type of crossing stitch. Begin from the second stitch. Correspondingly make 3 half double crochets. Once completed, in the first stitch, which is the stitch where you join the yarn, insert the hook from back to front into this stitch like this. Work 1 treble crochet. Note: when crocheting, the half double crochets should be at the back. And the treble crochet should be pulled to about the same height as the right side. I will crochet it again. Start from the second stitch on the left. Work 3 half double crochets correspondingly. Then, in the skipped stitch, insert the hook like this. Work 1 treble crochet. Continue crocheting these crossing stitches. all the way to the last treble crochet. Note: for the last treble crochet, work 1 incomplete treble crochet first. Then in the edge stitch, work 1 incomplete half double crochet. Then yarn over, and pull through all loops once. Now demonstrate the second type, 1 treble crochet crossing with 3 half double crochets. Make 2 chains first. Then in the hole between this treble crochet and the half double crochets below, work 1 treble crochet. Elongate it slightly. Then work 1 half double crochet in each of the 3 half double crochets behind. For the second type of crossing stitch, each time start by working 1 treble crochet in the hole between the previous row's treble crochet and the left half double crochets. Then place the 3 half double crochets behind. Work 1 half double crochet in each. Continue crocheting these crossing stitches. For the last treble crochet, work into this stitch on the edge. After working these 3 half double crochets in the entry position of this treble crochet, work 1 more half double crochet. Refer to the previous demonstration. Follow the chart. Finish the cuff. Note: the Rev SC on the cuff and those for the lace trim later should be crocheted a bit tighter, not too loose. After completion, join the sides of the sleeve body and the cuff. And sew evenly to the armhole. The joining method is the same as for the front and back pieces. The lace trim includes the neckline lace trim, the front piece lace trim, and the back piece lace trim. Crochet the back piece lace trim first. Then finish the first 7 rows of each of the 2 front piece lace trims. And then finish the first 7 rows of the neckline lace trim. Finally, crochet the last 3 rows of these 2 lace trims together. For the number of stitches picked in different positions on row 1, please refer to the structure chart. For the picking at the corners, refer to the chart. After the lace trim is completed, sew the sides of the front and back piece lace trims to the increased positions on their respective front and back pieces using color 1. There are no specific requirements for the sewing method. That concludes the lace trim. Next, let's learn about the chest motifs. Here, I'll only explain some rows. First, everyone refer to the chart. Crochet all the way through the first 3 rows. I've already done. Now, I'll demonstrate row 4. First, join yarn in the beginning chain. Then, crochet 6 chains. Next, crochet 1 tr4 tog. That means in the 2 chain spaces on the left, crochet 2 incomplete treble crochets in each. Then yarn over, pull through all loops once. That's the tr4 tog. Next, crochet 5 chains. Continue in this current chain space, and in the one on the left, crochet another tr4 tog. That means in these 2 chain spaces, crochet 2 incomplete treble crochets each. Then yarn over, pull through all loops once. Continue referring to the chart, finish this row. Then also complete row 5. Now I've finished the first 5 rows. Move on to row 6. The entry position for this row is special. First, join the yarn in the beginning chain. Then crochet 6 chains. Next, in the 3rd double crochet on the left, work 1 single crochet. Note, pick these 2 strands behind the double crochet. If you can't find the exact spot, just pick up roughly 2 strands. In other words, don't make the stitch visible on the front. Crochet 5 chains next. Skip 3 double crochets. Continue by picking these 2 strands behind the 4th double crochet on the left. Work 1 single crochet for the rest of this row. All single crochets are picked 2 strands. behind the corresponding double crochets and worked. Note: the number of double crochets between each two single crochets varies slightly. Just continue crocheting according to the chart. For the last double crochet, work into the stitch of the edge double crochet. That concludes row 6. For the single crochets in row 11, they are all worked behind the corresponding double crochets in row 9, by picking these two strands as well. When crocheting, place the stitches from row 10 in front. After crocheting the chest motifs, use the remaining yarn from crocheting, in random color, sew around the edges of motifs onto both front pieces. Try not to show visible stitches on the front. Note the curved position is sewn between the last two rows. Reserve about 4 crossing stitches above here. Before sewing, you can use yarn tails to sew a few stitches to temporarily secure. After sewing, remove the tails. Now, the chest motifs are done. Next, make the Chinese frogs. Each pair consists of one with a loop and one with a button. The one with loop starts by crocheting about 7 centimeters of Romanian cord, without cutting the yarn. Continue to crochet 7 chains, then leave a tail about 30 centimeters. Fold the Romanian cord in half, and sew the middle part together. Finally, sew it onto the front band. Refer to the sample picture for the sewing position. Note: when you encounter the chest motifs, sew them together with the lace trim underneath. This will be more secure. For the buttoned one, also crochet a Romanian cord about 7 centimeters first, then directly leave a tail about 30 centimeters. Sew a few stitches to connect the beginning and the end, and sew on a button. Note: after the button is sewn on, you can wrap a few rounds of yarn underneath. Then continue to sew the middle part of the Romanian cord. Finally, sew it onto the front band. Up to this point, we've covered everything about this coat. If you have any questions during the process, don't hesitate to reach us via our website. Susan's Family, supporting your handwork experience, enjoying the joy of life. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode.